Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sonic Multiverse. I'm just going to skip the recap. I'm going to hope that you guys have already seen part 1 to this. So without further ado, let's just jump right in. Dr. Eggman marches through his laboratory, giving orders to his robotic henchmen, Orbot and Cubot.
I'm sorry, boss. My audio receptors must be malfunctioning. You want us to enable his free will again?
Of course, Tails is almost as smart as I am. With another genius on the battlefield, he could be an asset to the Eggman Empire. Besides, if I need more brainless machines, I could always just turn to you. Orbot reluctantly complied, setting Tails' cybernetic parts to safe mode, giving the fox free will. Somewhat. Tails began to stir inside his pod. Wait, where am I? Don't worry, Tails. You're among friends. Eggman? When Sonic finds me, you'll be sorry. Yeah, I'm sure I will. Now, you belong to me, Tails. And like all of my pawns, I want you to be in tip-top condition. After all, as your doctor, I must say, what those Zeddy did to you was truly monstrous. Just look at that armor. So unrefined, so inadequate. But don't worry. When I'm done with you, you'll be my perfect source of infinite destruction. Like I'd ever work for you. Oh, I have my ways. Eggman turned to Orbot. Access his memory files. Delete all non-essential assets. I want him a blank slate that I can manipulate. Both Orbot and Cubot seemed horrified by this request, but complied. Tails began beating on the glass as he felt the data being removed from his half-roboticized brain. Farewell, Tails. When you wake, you'll be mine. While Tails is sedated, the events of the Sonic IDW tie-in comic Rise of Infinite plays out. Eggman discovers the Phantom Ruby, a magical stone from another dimension, being able to manipulate one's perception of reality. Eggman witnessed its power firsthand, or rather, the ruby allowed him to witness his wildest dreams come to life. Soon after, Jackal Squad attacked Eggman's base, attempting to raid his technology. However, Eggman was impressed by their ingenuity, and instead chose to hire them on the spot. They would be his new security force, as he researched the Phantom Ruby. Unfortunately for Jackal Squad, a few days later, when Shadow infiltrated one of Eggman's bases, they would all be wiped out. The leader of Jackal Squad was forced to limp back to Dr. Eggman in disgrace. Doctor. Oh, you're still here? Well, you and your squad have served your purpose. I've researched the Phantom Ruby, and my perfect weapon is ready. Consider yourself relieved of duty. The Jackal was speechless. But, Doctor, I'm still of use. I will not be thrown aside. Oh, but you will. This isn't about you. But I suppose if you still want to be useful, you'll make great target practice. Tails! From the other side of the room, the Phantom Ruby, which had been attached to Tails' pod, began to activate. Red cubes began to embellish the fox, as the steel plating began to multiply and change. Tails screamed out in pain, and in a flash of light, his form had changed. The young fox was gone, and in his place stood Eggman's newest minion, Infinite. I await your command, Lord Eggman. Very good, Infinite. Take out the trash. With that, Infinite complied, destroying the former leader of Jackal Squad. For the next few weeks, Infinite honed his skills in many of the training facilities of the Doctor's base. Excellent work, Infinite. Your abilities strongly exceed predictions. I'd say you're almost ready for field testing. As if on cue, an enormous eruption could be heard from the other side of Eggman's base. E-123 Omega had attacked.
Dr. Eggman, surrender yourself so that I may eliminate you.
No time like the present, I suppose. Infinite, you know what to do.
As you wish, Lord Eggman.
And with that, the corrupted fox cub flew off to battle the intruders. Elsewhere, Team Dark were communicating.
Extermination proceeding without incident. No problems to report.
Extermination? This was meant to be a recon mission. Heh, you should have known better than to send Omega on an op like this. I'll be there soon. Shadow raced through the sand hills of South Island, a newly formed location from the formerly Green Hill, which had been destroyed by the energy extractor the Deadly Six had used. It was now swarming with Eggman robots, but Shadow plowed through effortlessly. Inside the Arsenal Pyramid, Omega had finished tearing through Eggman's forces, when suddenly, Infinite arrived.
So, you're Omega, huh? You shouldn't be much of a challenge.
Omega immediately recognized the new combatant as Tails.
Prepubescent meatbag. Either assist me in my destruction, or step aside.
Infinite didn't budge.
Very well. I'll show you what real destruction is.
In a sudden flash of light, Infinite dispatched of Omega in one single blast. The walking arsenal collapsed to the ground, his armor damaged, and his systems powered down. Before Infinite got to appreciate his handiwork, a barrage of chaos spears were launched at him. Shadow leaped into combat, prepared to defend his fallen friend. You're gonna regret doing... Wait, Tails?
You must be mistaken. I am Infinite, Eggman's loyal...
Tails, snap out of it. I don't know what happened to you, and I don't know why you're doing this, but you need to stop. Infinite quickly grew tired of this conversation.
You are an intruder, and like all others, you will be exterminated.
Fine. Don't say I didn't warn you, kid. Shadow's rocket boots ignited as he raced towards his opponent. He wished to end the fight quickly as not to hurt Tails, but Infinite had other ideas. As Shadow attacked, Infinite initialized the Phantom Ruby, sending Shadow to virtual reality. Inside the illusionary world, Shadow reawoke with a splitting headache. Before the ultimate life form could even understand what was going on, he was suddenly attacked by... Rouge? Rouge? What the hell's going on?
Stow it, darling. I don't talk to monsters.
Monsters? What are you talking about? But before Shadow could get his answers, another voice spoke up.
Must eliminate all extraterrestrial threats.
Shadow wasn't sure what was going on, but he knew this couldn't be real. Not only would Rouge and Omega never attack him like this, but the real Omega had just been defeated in front of his very eyes. So, as these weren't his true allies, Shadow had no reason to hold back.
Here he comes! Squash that alien scum!
You're welcome to try. Outside the illusion, Infinite received a call from Dr. Eggman.
Infinite, we're initializing the self-destruct sequence. I recommend you get out of there now.
Infinite was confused.
But Lord Eggman, I can defeat Shadow here and now. All I have to do is intensify the illusion, break his mind, and... Even if you were that powerful, Infinite, that isn't your mission. Evacuate now. Let a gun dig up their remains.
With that, the transmission ended, and Infinite begrudgingly followed the orders of his master. When Infinite left, virtual reality disintegrated, bringing Shadow back to the real world.
Wait, is this real?
Shadow? Shadow?
Rouge?
Oh, thank God the comms are back. The whole place is going up in flames. Get Omega and get out of there.
Withdrawing now. Shadow quickly grabbed whatever remained of Omega, and whipping out a single Chaos Emerald he possessed, he enunciated the words, "Chaos Control!" The pair escaped just in time. Team Dark returns to GUN HQ. After a rather confusing report, Omega's remaining parts are sent to the repair yard. It'll be a long time before the walking arsenal is battle-ready again. A fact that Omega showed his, disapproval with very colorful language. On the border of Lost Valley, Shadow and Rouge discuss what to do next. I need to find Sonic. Let him know what's become of Tails. Well, I gotta be honest, handsome. I was hoping you'd stick around for a bit longer. But I know better than to try and persuade you. Just keep in touch. And try not to get yourself killed. You too, Rouge. With that, Shadow sets off into the distance to find his blue-quilled comrade. From far away, Eggman watches through a spy cam. I was hoping they'd be eliminated, but Team Dark being disbanded works just as well. With Gun weakened, my glorious plan is ready. So rest well for now, Infinite. Your field testing was a success, but soon you'll face the real challenge. Yes, Lord Eggman. And this is where we're leaving this What If for right now. In case you couldn't tell with this loose adaptation of episode Shadow, the events of Sonic Forces will be a bit altered for this What If. It will still follow the same basic premise, but, well, as we all know, Sonic Forces isn't known for having a perfect plot, so I'll be making a few tweaks here and there, but overall, I really hope you guys will enjoy what I come up with. Until the next part, have a good day.